suppose corporate wants to spend any money.
Of course not.
And I wouldn't be surprised at some point if they would consider closing this restaurant versus North, which seems to be better.
Well,
but this is newer building than North.
I know.
But the team up there seems to be more competent, number one.
Well, there usually is more of them too.
Got two, but like I said, anyhow, the main thing this has got going to is it's right here at the intersection.
Yeah.
2 and 83.
Yeah.
That's its big advantage.
Real quick.
And it's close to Marketplace, so that's good for folks that are like Ken will get out of his house about once a week. Comes out on Thursday, Thursday, so we can get better deals at Marketplace, and then comes over here and has a burger and then heads on home. All right, here we go. I gotta try to get that part today. 11 o'clock, I gotta get on the phone and call California and see if I can get that part for the pilot or not.
What, just all the clamps?
No, this is to turn off the strange thing about the pilot is, and a number of those, the way they get the better mileage on the V6 is they just turn off the last 3 cylinders.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
That is very bad for the engine, but that's what they do, and it does work.
Bad for the engine?
You turn off 3 cylinders, but you keep pushing them up and down. What do you think happens?
Oh, okay.
Eventually, you blow the rings. You save gas because you just went from 6 to 3. But you get this stumble, and it also introduces a thing into the torque converter or transmission, which ain't good. And then they got to, instead of having 2 motor mounts, they got to have 4. And if you got to replace one of them, it's $800 a pop.
Damn.
You know, so it carbons up and fouls all 3 of the rear spark plugs. And eventually, what it does is it blows the rings out of the back side of the engine on that side.
Damn.
So there's a device you can put on there that's supposed to preclude that, and it'll be more. You know, I feel it when only time I notice it is when I'm applying the brakes coming up, and it has shut the back bank down, and I feel a little bit of a stagger there, and that's it's feeling it's not. It also makes a noise, and they'll adjust the radio up and down to cover that too. That's how fancy this thing is. And you can also turn on the echo thing, which turns around and says, "Oh, well, you want to apply gas? Not right now. You don't.
Eco mode.
Eco mode. So you go slower up the hill. Remember how you hit that? We're going along a cruise, and it'll get okay, and it'll shift down and give it more gas, and then it'll bring it up quickly. No, this says we're just going to keep cruising.
Keep that same curve line.
Yeah, and it will say gas. There's no doubt about it. But what it does to the performance sucks.
Yeah.
So this disables that, but not all the time, but most of the time, so that it doesn't do that. Now, there would be a better way to do it, but they won't let you get one. So this is what's available. If I can get one and get a warm day, I'll put it in. If I can't, well, I'll keep trying to get one. I didn't know that about how they got these. This is the feds trying to force this 40 miles a gallon thing on everybody. So they have to turn around and screw with the engine, turn off cylinders, which is bad for the engine, and then they play other games with this. And then instead of having a power steering, it's a pump. We now have an electric power steering in there, not one with a pump. Puts more strain on the. There's a whole bunch of things that the feds have done that have screwed stuff up. So I didn't know that, or I might not have bought that thing. I might have bought nothing, which might have been, now that I think about it, might have been the smart thing to do. But then again, the door might have fallen off. It might have the same problem. We don't know it, because it is using oil now, or was, and about what they say. So it might have the same problem. We didn't know, but it was smoother. It didn't seem to have that stuff. So I don't
think the van did, because it was an old enough one where it didn't have that. Well, I know the big thing was when I was looking at them is the 2003 was the last that didn't have the pedal assist power thing. When you put your foot down, it gave you all the power.
Yes. So
because
it was
2004 and newer had this stupid pedal assist, and it would disable stuff. Like I said, it would start disabling stuff, and it wouldn't give you full power when you punched it.
Then we didn't seem to have that problem.
No, because the 03 was last year of the mechanical.
I don't know. It was coming with lots of. It was starting to have its own issues. The Jeep was really screwed up.
Well, yeah, the Jeep was.
It could have been fixed, but I didn't want to put that money into it. But
well, no, and you were the only one that could really drive it.
That was the biggest problem with it. Was that it was hard or almost impossible for anybody else to get in and out of it.
Yeah.
The Pilot is newer.
It's like my Crown Vic. It was nice when I had it, nice when I could get in it.
Yeah.
Drove really nice.
Yes, and
then my deteriorating joints said, no, I can't bend and drop, because I had to bend my knee sideways to get in, and then I had to drop my back into the seat, which when everything worked right and didn't have pain, it wasn't a problem.
Nope.
But when that knee would no longer bend sideways to get down into it, I was into it, and I couldn't get my. Because I had no trouble getting into it. I had plenty of room, even with my big ass gut. I had no trouble getting into the thing. It's just when the joint said we ain't just not going to turn like that anymore.
Well, the tan sedan.
That was it.
Grand. What was it called? It was like your police car, only older. The 83 or whatever.
Yeah, 84.
84 Crown Vic. Oh, that was a good car. And then all of a sudden, boom! It wasn't.
No, it wasn't a Crown Vic. It was an LTD.
LTD, yeah. But it was an LTD.
Big.
And it was great.
Yep, with the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers on.
And it was a beast. And then all of a sudden, we're cruising along. I said, "How long is this thing gonna run?" And then all of a sudden, this is messed up. That's messed up. 6 other things are messed up.
And we had the 84 wagon next to it. It was like, that was even more of a boat.
But it had transmission problems. It had all kinds of other problems.
Weighed a lot too.
But it was a nice car.
Yeah, it was a nice car, and the
big
wagon was a nice car too.
Yep, full-size seats. Oh my God, yes. The beast.
Full-size cargo.
Yeah.
Too.
You live in the trunk.
Pretty much. Probably could have put a bed back there, honestly.
Well, especially in the wagon.
Yeah, you could fold the seats down, probably put a full-size bed in there.
But anyhow, those were nice vehicles, but all of a sudden, everything just sort of started falling apart.
Yeah, well, same thing with that original van we had. How many oil changes, how many CB axles did we have to change?
About 4.
The thing was like, and then the thing was raining fluid underneath, like it was raining under there.
Leaking all the time, but it still ran, and the doors fell off. We put them back on, which is the advantage of the hand door versus the automatic. The automatic is way overchecked and more likely to fail. And after I saw that one in the parking lot where the door was hanging by the cable, I went, "Whoa, that ain't going to get it." And one of the things I liked about the Pilot, it had regular doors.
Yeah. That's what I like about my truck. It has real doors.
Huh?
That's what I like about my truck.
Well, yeah, and the Durango does
real doors. Although, the Mega Cab version, I don't know if they came out. I don't think they had it this year, but the one that had even bigger full-size doors, the sacrifice cab. Yep. Cab's length. Yeah, it might have been a little bit better. But
it was bigger and heavier.
Yes, it would have been much heavier. It would have been like a 2500 or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is just sheer ice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I hope the parking lot's not sheer ice.
Figure it out here in a little bit. No, it looks like it's been plowed.
There's no ice there.
Like I said, it's been plowed. It's pretty good overall. There's a little bit.
There's still snow in there, so
not too bad.
Okay, so there's still traction.
Yeah. Alright, we're here.
The only reason was that I walk on the ice. There's some angles there.
Especially some of that other ice. I was like, ooh.
Oh, that stuff really.
Okay. Plus, but I can do that later.
Yeah.
But I do need to get it done today.
It's just a road.
Well, I do need to address the low pressure thing.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it yet. The roads are pretty smooth, so.
Yeah, they're just great.
Mom and I will probably be going in for 3 shots or something like that pretty soon.
Vaccines.
I suppose.
Get your flu shot, your pneumonia shot, your get a COVID shot.
And the SARS shot or whatever, maybe get 3 of them.
Hey, why don't you look to make sure your tetanus is up to date? You're in there.
I think it is. VA, I think, gave me one a couple of years ago. I'm sure they'll check that. Jeff, I've been in mobility shot lines where they hit you
I know.
bazillions in each arm. It's just roll up both sleeves and just pound the hell out of you. Well, I'm current now.
After the 30 shots, and you have to go to the bathroom.
Well, no, it's like 6 in each arm or something like that. A big, of course, then you're sick for a week after. And you were current on your shots before, so you know you're going to a bad location. NOM is about every 6 months you got every shot there was again.
And on top of that, you're taking your malaria pill every day.
Yeah, which makes you sick, or the weekly version, depending where you're at. Yeah, it makes you sick.
Yeah, we got the big ass pill,
and you're not
taking it orally.
Oh.
You're taking it through the rectum.
No. There are stuff like that. But that's not what this was.
I've seen some video of that they were showing in Iraq, and they said this one place in Iraq that they had some kind of like sand beetle or sand flea or something.
Something nasty.
It was the only thing you could take was this thing that had to go up your rectum. I was like, jeez. Oh, good God. No.
Tells you how bad this stuff is if you got to have something.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Well, you don't want to get bit by this thing. Like,
no.
Well, what happens if you get bit by it? You lose your leg.
Well, I don't know what happens, but it ain't good.
It's like, what?
Yeah, there's a lot of nasty places in the world.
All these like sand things or something out in the desert are really, really nasty. If you get bit by these things, like, good Lord. You'd rather get bit by a like a Western Diamondback than get bit by some of these weird desert things.
Well, you saw some of those armored bugs from Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like something out of a post-nuclear exchange movie. They're scary.
You have a beetle.
It's as big
which is in the U.S. looks a little teeny like a pinhead or like the head of like a screw or something.
Yeah, this is
that's about that size in the U.S.
This is about the size of a bowling ball.
This is like the size of a Saint Bernard
or a bowling ball or something.
Yeah, and it flies.
Yes, exactly. Yes, the rice.
And it's like, oh, good. It's like skeet.
I nearly shot him a couple times.
They were showing one on top of this. The guys had a central air system, like you do it like we have here. And they showed this bug on top of this thing, and I was like, "What kind of animal is that?" That's a beetle. I'm like, say what? Oh yeah, it's a like a subspecies of the ladybug in the U.S. I'm like, what the heck? It looks like a small animal.
Yeah, well, somebody put it on steroids.
It looks like it's an armadillo or something.
Yes.
That's a bug?
Yes.
Oh, I'm staying in the U.S., man.
Well, some of these things were so grotesque.
You know what's funny, though, is they have a spider that lives in the Antarctic.
Sure.
In, like, the coldest part. I'm like, a spider.
Don't know how he does that.
First off, how? Second of all, I don't want to go to the Antarctic now.
Well, I didn't really want to go anyhow. I like cold
when they got spiders, they're living in sub-zero temperatures.
Other than bragging rights, no, there's no real desire to go.
Yeah, but I mean, you got a spider that's living in minus 40 or 50 degrees. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I don't want to go there anymore.
No.
The whole reason was to go there was to get away from the bugs.
Yeah.
I'm like, Oh, I'm like,
well, they're
no, this has got to be some kind of mutant thing or something, right?
Are they tearing down the building? No, they're just rebuilding it. Oh God, they're really going. They're bringing in new sheetrock and everything else. Wow.
Gotta make the inside look pretty all the time.
So a lot of money. A lot of people out of work while they rebuild.
Yeah, depends. So I gotta drive through. Ooh, no daddy. Not a good place to park.
Now, I don't know the difference between a Passport and a Pilot. This is trail sport. It's supposed to be better off-road trail sport.
I honestly don't know anymore.
To me,
I think it's like the Jeep thing. It's like it's built in the same factory, next to the same line, uses the same drivetrain, uses the same everything. It's just the badge is different,
and it's got the different. It's got the dual exhaust instead of the
looks like
single.
it's less tall.
Yeah.
Of course, I could be totally wrong.
Well, I don't know.
I thought that the Pilot had a better four-wheel drive system or all-wheel drive system than that thing had. That's what I thought when I looked it up online.
I don't know.
When I saw the Pilots pushing through deep snow with their all-wheel drive things, with summer tires, I thought, damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, and they said some of the Ridgeline pickups.
Oh God,
them
crap.
Well, I'm just saying they were driving them everywhere. And I was like,
well, I tell you what about a Ridgeline.
You hit one, I know.
I sideswiped it, sort of. I did scratches to my vehicle where I ripped off the entire side paneling from the back to the front.
Yeah.
And it's not because I intentionally tried to hit the damn thing. It was foggy. It was parked on the edge of the intersection of the road, and I couldn't see the damn thing.
Fortunately, the insurance paid for it. So.
And then the person that was in the turning lane on the other side didn't want to move over.
Yeah.
And why this guy was sticking, I mean, it was the pace vehicle for the marathon, but why he was sticking half his butt into the middle of the road, right next to where the street light is.
Yeah.
When he had like another 2 foot, he could have parked over. I don't understand that. So he's sticking halfway out in the road. Well, I'm coming along. I can't see him because of the fog. Yeah. I don't even see him till I feel it rubbing, and I barely feel him rubbing on my car. And by that time, I'm really committed, and I have a vehicle behind me. Like I said, scratches to the Crown Vic, but ripped off the entire side paneling of that Ridgeline.
Yeah. Anyhow,
that was a nutso one. What was the other time I had? Oh yeah, I locked myself out of the car.
Look at all the traffic now.
When I locked myself out, you had to come unlock it.
Well, so you have a spare set of keys.
Yeah. That was a fun little adventure. Oh, joyful. Can't believe Halloween's tomorrow. Can't believe Halloween's tomorrow. It's amazing. I see this month's gone by quick, and it's gone by slow.
Yep.
It's weird. And boy, in the last month, it's just all the things that have happened in the world. Oh my goodness, that's just
last 2 years.
Well, yes, but I mean, literally the last month,
yes.
literally.
Yes.
All the crazy things that have happened.
Yes.
We went from a semi-crazy world to a absolutely insanity world.
Well, it was bad before, but it became worse real quick.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I said it was semi-crazy.
It's going to be
to an absolute insane.
It's going to be nuts for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Or worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. Big time, big time.
Yeah, I had to order it at exactly 11 o'clock to get one.
Oh.
Nearly ordered the wrong one. Got the right one. But then everything's got to be warm for you to install it. So.
Yeah, so it might be a while.
Yeah. But I wanted to get it because you can't get it. So.
Well, like anything these days, part-wise.
Yeah, when they run out of parts, they just say on the 15th of whatever at 11 at 9
Thankfully,
a.m.
they said that Ford auto strike thing workers found a deal, although they still got to agree to it and everything else. But it looks like a good deal, at least for Ford. They're not talking about anybody else yet, but
we'll see.
Which I was really surprised because I thought Ford was just going to move to Mexico.
Well, they probably will eventually if they make it too expensive, and they won't be making anything.
Well, like they said, all that increase in that deal and stuff that they did just means that Ford vehicles are going to go even higher in price.
Well, yes, they're already ridiculous
because the profits they were making for profits of the leaders are going to have to come back to something. Now they're going to pay them
somebody's got to pay for it. Yep.
Yeah, and you know the Ford executives are going to still want their high bonuses.
Not only that, the government's going to want
more. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think prices on Ford vehicles are high now. Just wait a year; it'll be really high.
Well, they're trying to put a thing through to Congress that California can't tell the rest of the world what should be on the cars.
Emissions and other things.
Well, on everything.
Yeah, good luck on that.
Well, they're trying to do not just emissions, everything else. They want you to make sure that you have to have an electric car by.
How about this? Horse and buggy. Oh wait, the horses fart. That would be a bad thing. We can't have that.
Yeah, and you know, not only that, I don't remember any heating or air conditioning in that buggy.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of heat. Just it's California.
Yeah.
Never gets cold.
Well, yeah.